It's kind of crazy to think about, but the Thunderbirds are 6-2 on the season, and we have a really easy game. This should be a blowout in my opinion against the 1-7 Dolphins. But before we hop into today's game, we've got a guy to upgrade in Demetrius Maddox. Now, our franchise QB has looked great for a lot of the season. He's had some kind of questionable games here and there, but I'm happy with how he's played overall. So we can upgrade his strong arm, his scrambler, his field general, or his West Coast. I want him to improve his throw in the run, so we're going to go here to Scrambler, upgrade him a little bit. He's now an 82 overall in both scrambling and his actual overall. He gets +1 to throw accuracy medium, throw on run, throw power, and throw under pressure. With our offensive line, he's going to need that for sure. I also want to keep you guys up to date in the award races and how all that's panning out. So Baker Mayfield, just like in real life, is the truth because he's the Browns at 7-2 right now. They're looking pretty good. Le'Veon Bell is still somehow a Pittsburgh Steeler in this universe. Nathan Russell for the Saints took over for Drew Brees and is killing it. And Phillip Rivers still kicking at 8-0. This team for the Chargers is looking pretty good right now. But don't sleep on our boy Maddox. He's number 8 overall as a rookie in the MVP vote. And the big thing that matters to me is that we have not 1, not 2, not 3. We have 4 people in the Rookie of the Year vote right now. And Z Alston, our boy Eli Rogers, Devontae Royster, and of course Demetrius Maddox are all right there in the top 10 for Offensive Rookie of the Year. On defense, I doubt we really have anybody there. Let's just see. Frank Wiles for the Colts is number 1, with Aris Upshaw for the Broncos, and then Brandon Carr there number 3 for the Chargers. And we actually have one guy in Daryl Sanders, so I'm not mad at that either. And if you're curious on Baker Mayfield's numbers, well, they're actually pretty good. 2,400 passing yards, 28 passing touchdowns, 10 interceptions. That's a lot more than a lot of his counterparts right now, but I mean, it is what it is at that point. So he's actually playing extremely well for the Browns. Just for comparison, Demetrius Maddox is about 24th in the league in passing yards at 1,843. He has 13 passing touchdowns. He has 5 interceptions. I want more touchdowns, keep the interceptions pretty low, but he's playing well for a rookie. On the ground, Le'Veon Bell is the only player in the NFL to have more than 1,000 yards rushing so far this season. He has 8 touchdowns, which is also tied for Zeke Elliott. And in the receiving side, something I didn't think would happen, D.D. Westbrook is your league leading receiver in both, I believe, receptions and receiving yards. He has 7 receiving touchdowns, which looks to be second behind Jordan Reed, who is killing it for the Washington racial slurs. Now, technically, this is a rivalry game, but when you look at our 2 records, we are one of the best teams in the NFL, and the Dolphins, they're actually the worst team in the NFL at 1-7. So I feel like we should blow them out today. I wanted to wear the all-black uniforms, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you want to see the all-black uniforms more? Do you like them more than the black and red? Let me know by leaving a comment down below. Let's see if we can hit 750 likes on this video, and maybe I'll rock the black uniforms in the next video too. The playoff picture right now, we're 6-2 on top of our division. Dolphins, they're real bad. Now, something a lot of you guys voted on too is that you don't want to see the defensive camera anymore. So we're going to switch and we're going to avoid the defensive camera, and we'll basically see what you guys think. I kind of miss it, but we'll give it at least one video, and maybe I'll switch back, maybe I won't. That first play didn't really look too good for us as the Dolphins and Tannehill throw a strike down the middle. Now we're going to try to stop the running game, and okay. Kenya Drake just went to the house. Second play of the game. No big deal. Defensively, we've been pretty bad this season. Offensively, I'm hoping we look a lot better than how our defense just looked there. Now, we had an offensive lineman just standing there, letting us get sacked. That's not a good start. So our first play of the game went for a loss of 11 because our offensive line is mostly incompetent. If you're wondering what I'm drafting this upcoming offseason, offensive line is basically at the top of that list. Now we got 6 of those yards back, but we still have 15 yards to go. So we're going to need basically a little bit of a miracle here. So Maddox back in shotgun. Couple of guys, his tight end's wide open, he's gonna find him, and Howard and the young fella picks up the first down. That was a big play, adversity in his face, and Maddox stood in the pocket through a strike, and because of that, we got a new set of downs. So, going to the running game here. Royster up the middle, look at the offensive line. The run blocking seems to be okay. The pass blocking, though, is atrocious. I'm actually kind of hyped though. Our offensive line, as bad as it is on the right-hand side, once we actually get some talent there, we're going to be really good. But until then, it's a struggle. Got 2nd down and 9 here, again, shotgun. Maddox taking his time, there's a little bit of pressure, he's going to step up, he's got some room, and most importantly, I need him to slide, not dive. I appreciate Maddox trying to get the extra yards, make sure he got the first down, but not at the cost of potential injury. Young fella, slide, don't dive. Look, the team's looking good now, we're moving the chains, we're almost in the red zone now, under center now for Maddox. Might have his guy, he's relying on him a little too much, we got to get rid of it because we had nobody there. Second down and 10, just outside of the red zone again. Ooh, Rodgers got to step on him. We're going to throw it up here. Rodgers is going to make a move, and Rodgers has it. Touchdown number 6 on the season for Eli Rodgers. All right, now that was a close one. We got the touchdown, and now we're back on defense. Dolphins have the ball about the 45-yard line. We're trying to get a little blitz coming through here. Edmonds, oh, gets sealed off pretty quickly. Can we get anyone to break a block? Kenyon Drake is about to go to the house again. He's killing our defense. Look, I wasn't a math major in college, but Kenyon Drake has 2 rushes for 91 yards. I don't know the yards per average off the top of my head, but it's a lot. So Tannehill again back under center. He's going to go to the running game, and finally we stop Kenyon Drake in the backfield. No one's back there to protect Tannehill now. About a minute left in the first quarter. Small adjustment there from him. We're in a QB spy. We're going to try to run up, and oh, he got killed off the edge. 3rd and 11. We need to stop here. They're obviously going to get a field goal if we even stop them, but we got to make it as difficult as humanly possible for them. Going to control Smith on this one. Watching the middle. Anything deep. They go out here to the edge, and we miss on Randall Cobb. The free agent signing pays off, and the Dolphins are on the board. They're 1-7, and they're beating us right now. Offensively, I don't hate how we're playing. Defensively, I literally hate every single thing about it. They're not getting anything. Nothing at all. Nothing good in practice for them. They're playing horrible on defense, but Royster's carrying a little bit, and he's averaging a pretty good yards per carry. Start of the second quarter, we got 2nd and 5. I need points on the board, and I need our defense to step it up. Oh, Rodgers has to step again. Oh, he throws it as he gets hit. It's going to be close. Rodgers has it again. Another big catch at the 23. I don't think enough love was given to Demetrius Maddox in that last play. I mean, the dude got obliterated on that play. Completely obliterated. And he still made like a 60-yard throw. What a catch overall. Going up the middle here for Royster again. Not a ton of yards, but he moves the chains by about 2. On 2nd and 8, we're going to try to run to the right-hand side. Little halfback toss here. Looking for some blocks. We get some. Royster's got some moves here. Nice juke back inside. Gets a couple more yards, and he's down at the 5. That was perfect. I mean, you can't ask for a better play call there. It worked beautifully. We're down inside the 5 now. Got an opportunity to score. Got Z Olsen in the slot. See that linebacker bites a little bit. It's going to be close. We got a guy across the middle. It's Rodgers again. Not 1, but 2 touchdowns on the day. Go ahead and dance, young fella. You earned that one. Now, both teams had the ball. We didn't really do anything, and now here we are. They have the ball on the 4-yard line. We would love to get a stop in the backfield, and Trent Murphy stops him for a loss of 2. Things were desperate. Things were tough, but here we are. 2-minute warning. Got him on the 2-yard line. Try and get a blitz through here. Can we get him to the edge? Oh, my God. What a move by Kenyon Drake to get back to the 4. We had him where we wanted him. If it was a play action, we probably got a safety, but it wasn't. And here we are. 3rd down and 10. Got to stop them. See if they go for a run. Little play action fake. Oh, actually, they went with the running game. We're going to call our 2nd timeout and keep him here at the 6. Maybe a block punt. I like that right now. All right, we're going to try and block a punt here. Well, they punted it really quickly. We're not going to get that one. Z Austin's back here around the 40. He's got some room here. Nice move. Oh, Z Austin. Go ahead and run, young fella. It got exciting for a moment. For a moment, that was really exciting. I think that play shows why we need Z Austin on the field more than what he basically is right now, because when he gets the ball in his hands, the dude is stupidly exciting. Little play action fake here. Oh, we got a guy wide open. We're going to hit him. Who is that? It's going to be Eli Rodgers. Rodgers, run, young fella. Keep it moving. That could have been your 3rd touchdown of the game. You were so close. All right. Things are starting to look a little bit better for us. Offensively, we're in a groove. Defensively, we played a lot better. A touchdown here would be devastating for the Dolphins. Well, halfback toss here to Royster. He's going to go through the middle, and the big fella. You're not going to stop him on the goal line. Another touchdown for our team. The first one of the day for Royster. We're coming for you, Dolphins. We're coming for you. We're going into halftime with a touchdown difference. I need the defense to play much better in the second half than the offense to keep the pedal to the metal. The biggest thing I felt in the first half that happened is that we gave up way too many yards in the running game. Once we fix that, things were fine. Because Tannehill now all of a sudden has to be the guy, and I don't think he is that guy. After that big run by Royster, we have another 1st down here. So Maddox goes back to the play action fake. It's been pretty money today. He's got a guy over here in the sideline. He's going to find Howard, and Howard has it for the 1st down. Look, this is one of the few games that the passing game has been clicking for a lot of yards, and so has the running game. I mean, right now, both guys are on pace for 300 passing yards for Maddox, and then over 100 yards rushing for Royster. Let's see if we can keep that potential up. But the Dolphins know the running game, they want to stop it soon. Got 2nd and 11 now. Again, a touchdown lead that we're still nursing. Got our guy rolling out here to the edge. So close to being a big catch by Rodgers, but great play by the defense. We got 3rd down and 11. I'm kind of seeing them keying on, our boy Rodgers a little bit. Already 2 touchdowns in the day. They do not want to give him his 3rd. But here we're going to find Z Austin in the open field. Z Austin carrying not 1, but 2 defenders down to the red zone. With the passing game working like that, we got to go back to the running game and try to let Royster get to the outside. He is a power back, but the dude has a little bit of speed, and on the edges, he can be dangerous. And he needs that seal block. He's got it, but he trips on his own man after 3. Back here on 2nd and 8. Maddox again. A little bit of protection. He's got his guy across the middle. He's going to find Rodgers. Rodgers is up the middle, and Rodgers, they say he's in for his 3rd touchdown of the game. It's 8 on the season. The young fella's on fire. The Dolphins got the ball back, and they basically go 3 and out. So we have the ball here at the 20-yard line. They went ahead and punted it. We'll try a little wide receiver screen. We've rarely run these. No idea if they're going to work. And the answer, okay, that Zay Jones had a really good effort, but it didn't really work outside of that. We got 2nd and 8 now. Again, 3 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. A 14-point lead. We do not want to mess this up. Yo, Rodgers has a step on him. We're going deep again. Go ahead, young fella. Great play by, I think that was Rashad Breeland. So 3rd down and 8. I mean, we tried. Look, Rodgers has been on fire. 3 touchdowns, multiple receptions. We had to try to go for him there, but in the end, it didn't work. So 3 minutes left. Play action fake. Got our guy in Howard. It's going to be close. It's a tight window, and oh my God, he got destroyed on that play. The Dolphins are in a tough spot. Look, we have a 2-touchdown lead. Offensively, they've been struggling a little bit. They need some points a lot more than we need anything right now. I also know that it looks crazy that Kenyon Drake has over 100 yards rushing on like 10 or 11 carries, but you got to remember he had 2 for 91 earlier, so we've controlled him a lot more in his last 8 carries than we obviously did his first 2. And as I talk about him, he's breaking my entire team's ankles. A big 3rd down and 1 here. We need this. About 1:45 left. Assert your dominance, Thunderbirds. Let them know. We're going to watch Drake in this play. He's staying in the block with a quick little pass to Cobb, and Cobb makes us pay again. First time he's caught a ball in a while, but it was effective. Thanks to that grab by Cobb, the Dolphins have a little bit of breathing room now. They're feeling a little bit better. They're a little optimistic, and I want to take that away from them and make them super pessimistic here soon. And I knew where it was going. I just couldn't get there in time. 2nd and 10 now. Tannehill. He's got Drake in the backfield. He's got Gesicki there in the slot, the tight end. Watching him. Nowhere to go. Could have been a coverage sack. Instead, they get it out to Drake, and we force him out of bounds for, I think, a loss. 3rd down and 11. This is a big one here. We got to get a stop. Tannehill. No one in the backfield to help him out. He's got a couple guys deep, and we end up sacking him at the 48 by Shane Ray. Look, Shane Ray's had a heck of a game so far. 5 tackles and a sack through 3 quarters. I'm happy with how he's playing in today's game. With the start of the 4th quarter now, things have been looking good. I do not want to rock the boat. One more touchdown basically seals this game. Now we're scrambling out a little bit. Maddox hasn't really stretched his legs too much today. He's going to get down the sideline, does not get hit, and picks up about 15. What I love about Maddox is that he doesn't run unless he has to. And we haven't asked him to use his legs a ton. We could be running read options, but instead we're letting this dude just do his thing and sit in the pocket and throw dimes all game long. Now, oh God. Oh no. Oh no. That was unfortunate. I don't think Maddox is expecting someone to come through the line of scrimmage that quickly, and that was unfortunate. And now a really bad play by Tannehill messes up completely. We got 2nd and 10 again. Tannehill with Drake in the backfield. Gesicki's to the left. We got to watch him. He's always been dangerous. A quick pass across the middle to Amendola. He catches it for 5. Got a big 3rd down and 5 now. We're going to get a little bit of a blitz here. Kenyon Drake to the left-hand side of Tannehill. We're trying to get some pressure through the line of scrimmage. They float one up here. It's picked off by Gaines. I don't know if he got both feet down, but what a grab on the sideline. Even crazier is Miami doesn't challenge it whatsoever. That's me. I'm throwing the challenge flag immediately. And we got the ball here with Royster. He tries to get a yard, but he only gets about maybe half. Not out of it yet. Look, we had a bad turnover last drive. I want to avoid having a turnover here because it's basically a guaranteed touchdown if they get the ball in this section of the field. And look at Royster fight for the yards. 9 on that carry. On 3rd and inches, we're going to give the ball right back to Royster. He's been good in this drive so far. He got stopped once earlier. He gets the ball here, and he gets just enough yards. 3 on that one. Look, until Miami stops us, we're going right back to the running game because it's working at the moment. So Maddox hands it back off here. We're going to try to get to the edge. We got some room here. Royster says, look, I'm going to get all the yards I need to. Tries to run over a guy. He's going to try to stay in bounds, but they force him out at the 40. The good news is we got the 1st down, and Royster got over 100 on the game. The bad news is he went out of bounds, but they actually kept the clock running, which I don't fully understand, but I'm also not mad at either. Got 2nd and 4 now, running that clock down. Hands it off to Royster again, finding plenty of room, and that should be enough for a 1st down. And while we got home field advantage on an earlier call, we don't appear to get it right here as it's 3rd down and inches to go. We'll try to run to the left. Royster has got to be gassed at this point. He's run the ball so much today, and he's going to steal out here. He's running it even more at 35. Now he's down for 130 on the game. I mean, right now, Miami is 100% packing in, and I don't blame them. Royster is killing them. Now we got to bring a backup running back in. We're handing this ball off to Chris Ivory, and Chris Ivory, whose contract we're probably not going to bring back, goes down for about 3. 2-minute warning's almost here. We're going to hand it off to Ty Montgomery. He's been solid. He's only run the ball like once today, but in that run, he looked good, and on that run right there, he looked great. 2-minute warning is here, almost in the red zone. Max is going to hand this one off. It's time to Montgomery, who looked great in the previous one, looked real bad on the reverse. I mean, probably going to win this game. We're not out of the woods yet, but I want another score, to be honest. We're going to a halfback screen here. Royster with plenty of time. Finally gets that block that he was looking for. So going to try to run through a defender. He does. Breaks another tackle, and he's down this time at the 19. We've relied on the run a ton, and with 1 timeout left, we basically just need to score or get a first down, and the game is absolutely over. I don't want to pass it and ruin what's been mostly a perfect day for our quarterback, but we're going to see Royster lose a whole lot of yards there. So we're going to line up for a field goal. This should be an easy one for Jake Elliott. Oh boy, this could be a shank. It's going to be close. It just stayed enough for the uprights. I think that's going to be game. And as we predicted, the field goal was enough to give us the lead and just put a little bit of a cherry on top. We're going to walk out with a big W. The team played well, minus the fumble. I'm happy with the performance overall. Recapping the stats today, we basically saw a 12 of 16 performance for Demetrius Maddox for 216 yards, 3 touchdowns, and not a single interception. We could have had more passing yards, but with the way the game was going, I wanted to kind of take our foot off the gas a little bit, which ended up working out for us for the most. And Tannehill, well, his stats speak for themselves. On the ground, Devonta Royster had a little bit of a slow start, but ended up finishing with 23 attempts, 133 yards, 1 touchdown, and not a single fumble. We saw Kenya Drake go ham early, and then, well, didn't really do too well after that. In the air, Randall Cobb absolutely torches. I'm not really happy about that. 7 catches, 105 yards, and 1 touchdown. The player of the game had to be for sure Eli Rogers, 5 catches, 136 yards, for 3 touchdowns. And Ndola killed us. Royster had a couple of catches. The guy that needed to get involved more, though, is Z. Alston. 1 for 23, looked great. OJ Howard only having 2 catches. We got to do better there as well. Defensively, we had 2 guys with 5 tackles today. That was Shane Ray and Preston Smith. But the big guy, though, was definitely Mr. Ray. He had a sack out there. We also saw an interception by EJ Gaines that was incredible. And we also had another pick by Tre'Davious White in garbage time that ultimately just helped seal the deal. Today's game against the Miami Dolphins wasn't exactly the blowout that I had envisioned, but still, Maddox played well, Royster played well, the defense struggled early and I was about to fire everyone, but then they stepped it up at the end of the game and got us the most important thing that we ultimately came to the game for, and that was a W.